Hi, just a quick video to show you what the harm is in using plastic primer by U-POL, which you put through a spray gun. This panel, I've sanded it down, removed imperfections after doing the first covering the first coat of base coat, black metallic, the same as our car. I've had it looking lovely, surface-wise, flat-wise on the surface. And then I exposed some plastic areas. And if you expose plastic areas, you then have to cover those with a plastic primer for the paint you put on it thereafter to stick to it properly. Otherwise, you'd end up with peeling. So it's important, if you're working on plastic, the first paint you put on there is a plastic primer. Okay, but the stuff I bought for use with the spray gun, as you try and put as little as you can on, you literally just try and pinch the trigger and just put it in, let it straight back out again, and just try and cover an area, nicely cover an area. And I'll tell you why I've been trying to nicely cover an area, because the shit in that can, for that, the paint in that canister, the shit in that canister is corrosive to other paint. Now, there are no warnings on the can about it. It's a fucking waste of time as far as I'm concerned. You see what it's done to that there? It's part of it was where I rubbed it with my finger, but you can see spots all over the bloody panel. See, there's a little spot there. That is a spot, but it's not just a spot. It's not just a spot of paint. It's a spot with a dip in the middle where the filler primer is, plastic primer has corroded it, and it is happening all over the place. I did have a nice level surface. Now I've got to piss ass about with some more plastic, with some more, well, if I need to, plastic primer if I got into the surface, but some filler primer, maybe a smidge of top coat in a spray can, or base coat then. So be careful when you're selecting your plastic primer. Got two plastic primers here. This one in the can is safe for use with other paint. This one is only good if you are stripping paint back to a bare panel, a plastic panel, or if you get a plastic panel brand new and it needs something on it prior to putting paint on it. Don't use it if you've already got a painted surface. If you do, I mean, I've tried adjusting my spray gun just to get a really fine mist over it so that there are no drips which land on the panel, but unfortunately the end of my spray gun decided to start leaking. Well, at least with this stuff it has. I'll have to see what it does with the primer later on. It's not the spray gun at fault though, it's the stuff in there which is causing the corrosion. If my spray gun wasn't leaking, maybe it wouldn't have dripped on in places and caused corrosion drops, but it corrodes anyway. If I were to try and sand that area down 5 minutes after putting that stuff on, or if I were to try and even wipe it off with my finger or a cloth, it's no bloody good. It doesn't come off, it just pulls paint off with it. So, what do I think of these two primers? This one for the job I've just done, on the right, what do I think of that? Fuck off, that's what I think of that. You can fuck off because you ruined my paint job. This one here, that's the one you want to use when you've got paint on a panel already, okay? That's all for now, that's my rant over, and hopefully I'll get this panel flat again.